What do we got? We got the horde group with dead. Oh shit, I like that. I like that a lot. We need like a Forsaken looking pet though, but I like the dude. I like that Mog. Then we got Kronos lighting the way with his torch, the flame Lalu. We got Megadeth coming back in. I want to see this man play. And then we also have Nosferatu. Nice, nice. Let's see a more Warlock play versus we got Elfrost, Fuscar, Cat, Lidriel, and Reddish. Oh, Red is in it. Hey, right? How's it going? I like katanas, by the way. Also, this Mog looks really good on Undead. You need the different shoulders, though. I'm pretty sure you'll get him eventually, though, my guy. Let the mages play. Let the shamans play. Let them play. But it's gonna go up versus Lidriel. Gonna get a stun with a pet. Going for big damage right now. Getting a lot of range damage with Lidriel. Lidriel, all he can do is just run at him. Has a pet to deal with. Needs to connect with Dead. Gonna get a stun up and running. I-beam to follow with a blade dance. After this with a trinket. Gonna get some big hits onto Dead. Dead is gonna try to disengage out of it. Dropping down traps. And Lidriel is gonna have to run through them. Freezing trap to lock him out though. Dead is gonna go for early manning bandage. Maintaining his health early. Not letting Lidriel heal at all. As long as Dead can just stun him or CC him. Stop him from healing, heal himself, and keep doing it over and over. Dead is going to be the man to come out on top. Unless Lidriel can turn around. Does get a stun into a trinket for Dead, actually. And Lidriel just continuing to pummel pressure into him. Continuing to chase. That's going to be trap up around this corner, though. All he can do is hit the pet for a little bit. Needs to get up to Dead, though. Stopping the manning bandage might be one of the priorities he might need to do. But Dead did trinket. So maybe Lidriel can do something about this. He's going to blade dance on top of Dead. Dead's going to go for some big damage. Stun coming down. Lidriel, can you connect with some big damage? You're just going to keep hitting. Stun coming in. Trinkets out of it immediately. Freezing Trap could come out, so Dead could stop the duel and disengage out of it. Lidriel is just continuing to pump pressure into Dead. As Dead is just continuing to run around the corner, is going to drop a Freezing Trap right on top of Lidriel. Oh, Lidriel actually went over here during blade dance. That looked pretty cool. Dead is going to get himself a manning bandage. Oh, interrupt coming in by Lidriel, though. Doesn't allow Dead to get the full reset. Very well played. I don't know if he had eyes for that. Or he just kind of guessed where Dead will be. Is going to land a stun onto him. Going to go into full I-beam blade dance to follow show. Chaos strikes coming out onto Dead. And Dead wants to get away from this as Lidriel is just trying to catch up to Dead right now. Dead 100% is going to have some traps ready. As long as Lidriel can stop the manning bandage. As Dead is going to go for a big manning bandage. Probably going to have a trap. Nope. But did stop his trap. Not gonna be able to get a camo either. More traps to follow, and Dead is gonna peel all the way to the other side of the pillar. Lidriel might as well mount up at this point. Not gonna be able to with that pet though. And Dead is gonna go for some food. Lidriel's not gonna allow its stun coming down right now into an I-beam. Blade dance to follow. Big, oh no, getting stunned up right now. He is so close every time, I swear. And Dead is gonna go to the other side of the pillar. Dropping down the traps. Lidriel is going to get hit into the freezing trap. No trinket available. And Dead's going to get himself a much needed manning bandage. Might even have a camo. That's going to be Dead getting in there and then disengaging immediately. Lidriel's going to stun. I-beam. Going to get a Chaos Strike in there. Blade dance to follow. And Dead is going to put him on ice again. It's like a little song and dance, dude. It's going to be stun onto Dead. I-beam. Blade dance, Chaos Strike. Dead is going to freeze him, run away, reset, get his health back. And this is going to be back and forth. As Lidriel's actually getting a little bit of leech out of his metamorphosis during I-beam. He's able to recover every time he can do that burst combo to Dead. So he's at least able to do something every time. Lidriel is going to go for a blade dance pretty early. Stun coming onto Dead. He's going to trick it out of it. I-beam to follow. Is Dead going to go for a feign death? Lidriel is going to hit the pet while he can. He's going to keep chasing after Dead. Dodging one of the traps. That's going to be a trap to stop him in a route. Lidriel is going to trick it out of it, actually, into a blade dance to follow. Needs to find a way to deal with this. Doesn't have blur available. And Dead is now turning this duel around onto Lidriel for a little bit. Going to put a dot onto Lidriel again. Lidriel is going to get a stun up and running. And the Demon Hunter is going to be able to get some damage into and imprison onto Dead off the bat. Continuing to hit the pet for a little. I think he actually has passive leech because he's like just hitting the pet is doing some damage and getting some healing out of it. It's going to be stunned into a I-beam into a blade dance, but getting put on ice again. And Dead is going to be able to get himself a long Manding Bandage up and running. Ligil wants to play defensive, doesn't have Blur for a bit, does have Darkness if he needs to. He's going to hit with a stun, no trinket available. Could Dead turn this around right now, trying to get the grenades in there, trying to get the damage in. He's going to get some distance from Ligil for a bit. There's going to be Darkness, jumping out of the Darkness with a Metamorphosis, trying to get Dead taken out. He's going to go for a big setup. Sorry for that. I was just getting so excited, I was getting choked up. Kills Dead's pet. I literally choked up. Getting so excited. Ligil is gonna get rooted out there, turning around on Dead with a big old meta. Healed himself for a fair chunk, forced a cooldown out of Dead, and Dead is gonna go into a camo. I actually choked up. I didn't like that. Stun coming on to Dead. Into an Ivy to follow. Blade Dance and big old Chaos Strike afterwards. Ligil got a lot of damage into Dead, but he's gonna chase. He is gonna choose to chase. That freezing trap is gonna stop him. Won't have a trinket for a little bit. Manic Bandage coming out for Dead right now though. Gonna be able to recover. 6% dampening coming in. Gonna set up another trap onto Ligil, as Ligil is not going for long corners. He is gonna go for short beelines to Dead. Gonna get imprisoned onto Dead, which Dead is gonna trinket. It's gonna be Ligil trying to get away, stunned by Dead into a Harpoon to follow, trying to get some offensive pressure going. Ligil's gonna go for Blade Dance into an I-Beam, can go maybe double stun onto Dead. Ligil's playing defensive right now, actually. Dead has cooldowns available. That's why Ligil is playing defensive, as Dead has some cooldowns rolling. Manic Bandages are coming out. It looks like Ligil is actually going to just let it sit. Might even go for Magefoot maybe. He does have 2 mages on the team. Blade Dance as the peg gets close. Freezing Trap. Could go for a stun onto Dead. Dead shouldn't have a stun available. He's going to get a stun to Dead into a Blade Dance. Afterwards, going to disengage out of it with Vengeful Retreat. But he's going to get caught by that trap. I-Beam to follow. Needs to get behind the pillar. Is going to be able to hit the pet for a little bit on a leech. He's actually doing a fair amount of healing every time he can hit that pet. He's going to bail back there. Gotta at least get some resources generating. His health is very, very low. Dead has cooldowns up and running. That grenade actually missed with a blur. What a miss. What a whiff. Blade Dance. Imprison onto Dead. Ligil is going to have a trinket next to him. Dead has a pet stun. So if anything, at least there's that. Ligil can at least hit the pet for a little bit. Get some recovery. Stun coming in. Ligil's going to trinket out of a stun onto Dead right now. I-Beam to follow. Blade Dance after this big old Annihilate. Freezing Trap coming in. Is going to stop Ligil from being able to do any kind of damage. And Dead is going to be able to go for a reset yet again. Ligil's not out of the fight quite yet though. He's not quite out of the fight. He's looking for Dead, and as soon as he's used his eyes, Dead is going to get a dot on him up early. No stun available for Dead for a while. There's going to be a big defensive coming out for Dead with a pet sack, and Ligil is going to bail out of there. But no, Dead actually wants to engage him. Harpoon coming out. Ligil has no way to deal with this right now and does go down. Does go down. Playing so well. Malich is doing 41% healing. Was that you? Is that you, Prox? Is that Prox as a Demon Hunter? Nutty, dude. Nutty. It is going to be Elfrost up next. Gonna put Dead on ice right now. It's usually Dead putting people on ice with a freezing trap. Gonna blink way out into Africa. Stun coming in by Dead. Dead's gonna be able to get a lot of range damage onto Elfrost, as you can see. The smallest bites are doing a good chunk of damage. The images are gonna be around the corner, slowing Dead down. Dead is gonna do a little bit of damage. Those images are doing a bit of damage though. They are doing a bit of damage. Ray of Frost to follow. It's actually gonna do so much damage to Dead, dropping into almost about half. Polymorph coming out of the pet. Then making sure to line up his traps on one side. Another trap on the other. Elfrost is going to have to run through it, but it's going to be able to get a root onto Dead. Elfrost needs to find a way to catch up to Dead right now, though. He needs to get a big shatter proc. He's going to go for an invis. As Manning Benches are coming out for Dead. He's going to try to freeze him again. Ebon Bolt coming out, tried to shatter it on Dead. He's going to be able to get a big shadow going. Dead is going to get a massive heal out of that, though, with the Warlock Hellstone. Freezing Trap coming in until Elfrost, though, trying to stop it for a moment. Is going to disengage as soon as he gets hit with a root. So he can break out of it immediately. Another Manic Bandage to keep himself going. Elfrost's health is going down little by little. He has 2 ice blocks if he ever needs them. Can Elfrost somehow turn this around on Dead? Needs to go for a big shatter play. He's going to get the Comet Storm rolling. Couldn't shatter those. Elfrost is blinking away, and Dead looks like he's going to be able to take him out. Yep. Dead takes another one out. Let's go. Full score is up next. Is that Arcane Mage? It is an Arcane Mage this time. Maybe he'll have an easier time with Dead. 30% dampening, so any kind of healing Dead has, not gonna happen. Full score, if you had any kind of healing either, not gonna happen either. Dead is gonna get up in there, get up close. If Full score can somehow turn this around, needs to get the charges ready. for a big setup combo. Does use arcane missiles on Dead. Dead is going to feint death those. Another arcane missile stun coming out. Fuskar needs to trick it out of it. Does trick it out of it. And then just going to let the dots and the pet do a lot of the work. Fuskar's trying to blink way out there. He does have the heal every time he casts an Issachar spell. There's going to be some big damage out of Fuskar right now. That wants to end Dead. One arcane missile. Or not arcane missile. Arcane blast came out. Second one came out. Dead is going to bail out of it. Going to line it. Fuskar doesn't have enough health to last in this game. The 36% dampening roll right now. Gonna go for arcane missiles on the pet since that's all he's got. Trying to go for an invis. Might be able to get a clean invis off. Looks like he did. And Dead is gonna go for the eyes. Fuskar needs to go for food immediately. No, actually gonna get caught in a trap. And a little bit of that pet damage. Tried to root the pet, didn't quite work, and the pet is gonna eliminate him. Dead taking him out with the pet. Gonna be doing some 5v5 1v1 on NA after you're done. Sounds good, Matux. If you guys are NA boys and want to join for some duels on NA after the stream, you're more than welcome to. More than welcome to. Oh my god, Reddish. Oh no, he got frozen as he tried to get an ambush onto the Dead. It's gonna grapple over to him. Dead is gonna get all that range damage in there. Stun coming in by the pet. Look at all those. Oh my god, the Mungus bites are just obliterating him. Her putting right to him. And Reddish went in for a trinket. Not sure if you want to use that one during stun. That's going to be a full stun onto Dead. Dead is going to get him to a pet defensive right now as Killing Spree comes out. Grenade to Reddish's face. And Dead is going to bail out of it. This shows you, dude. This is Dead, man. He's inside of all of our heads. Reddish just had a good setup. Sap coming in on the pet. Freezing Trap just ends him. Locks him out. Dunzo. Stun coming in onto Cat. He's going to not trick it out of it. Dead is going to disengage right as he is trying to get out. That's going to be Cat actually going to go for a Blaze Storm as he charges Dead. In case Dead threw down a trap. Used to the pet to attack, but Dead is going to pull the pet back so Cat can't heal off of it. Because this is good for Dead. Waiting is good for Dead. Cat is going to sit around the corner. Going to get some food. Dead is going to poke out. Fear coming in. Not going to break out of it. Just going to force Cat to run at him. Charge coming into the Freezing Trap. Going to trick it out of it immediately while he has cooldowns. And Dead just had a whole another trap set for him. As soon as he triggers one into another, and Dead can get himself reset. Grenade thrown. Another charge coming in for Cat. Is he going to go for big heals? His health is not looking all that good. Another Freezing Trap breaks out of it pretty early though, because it was heavily DR'd. Cat is going to get a nice charge onto Dead. Going to go for massive heals. As Dead is almost in the Dead space. Actually going to hit Dead's pet for a little bit while he can to heal a little bit off of it. Dead doesn't have a lot of cooldowns left here. Going to get a stun onto Cat. Some grenades, some damage in. Could Cat end it? No! And Dead takes everybody out. Doesn't even let his team a chance to play. He's like, don't worry, team. I got this. 1v1 versus 5 people. Back to back to back. Easy. Easy. Well played. Well played. It's really hard to defeat a really good survival hunter. A really good, exceptional survival hunter. That is hard to defeat.